I learned true bravery only when I marched beside humans. Arrival at the front. The dropship door hissed open, and I felt the familiar tremor of fear creep into my limbs. I was Cadet Lyrics, from the crystalline world of Vaughn, trained in combat and tactics since birth. Yet nothing in my experience could have prepared me for the sight of the human army. The humans moved with a calm intensity one had never seen before. Rows of them, clad in seemingly fragile armor, carried weapons that looked outdated by our standards. Their eyes, however, burned with something I had never witnessed: pure determination. A human turned toward me and smiled. "Relax. Watch, learn, survive." His voice was calm, yet it carried an authority I could feel in my chest. 2. The march. We walked through the ruined city of Talreth, streets littered with rubble and twisted steel. Alien drones hovered above, scanning for threats. Each step I took felt weighted with calculation, but the humans moved forward without hesitation. One of them nudged me as we neared a choke point. "Stick close. Don't overthink it." I obeyed. These humans, so small and seemingly fragile, were walking straight into a kill zone filled with automated turrets and enemy patrols. And yet, there was no hesitation. Watching them, I began to understand: bravery is not the absence of fear, but the choice to move forward despite it. 3. The first encounter. Alien combat units attacked near the intersection of two ruined towers. Plasma beams and grenades erupted around us. "Take cover," I shouted instinctively, diving behind a shattered wall. Some humans did the same, but others advanced, grenades in hand, moving with precision and coordination. One young soldier threw a grenade into the center of the enemy formation, timing it perfectly. Half the enemy units went down before they even reacted. Another human dashed past me, rifle firing, shouting, "Keep moving." I froze at first, overwhelmed by fear. Then, instinctively, I followed. I realized bravery is not absence of fear, it is action despite it. 4. Learning from humans. Through the city, every street presented new threats. Drones fired, enemy soldiers emerged, and chaos reigned. Yet humans adapted instantly, using gestures, glances, and silent understanding to coordinate attacks. I tried to keep pace. My crystalline limbs were precise, but rigid. Humans twisted, rolled, and improvised. Every simple weapon became a tool of lethal creativity. At one moment, a young human woman shielded a fellow soldier from a blast, taking the impact herself. She stood, dusted herself off, and moved on as if nothing had happened. The turning point. We reached the heart of Talreth, beneath a hovering enemy dreadnought. Alien cadets froze, calculating odds. Humans formed a plan in seconds. "We flank." Now, a soldier yelled. Teams split, diversions, explosives to disable shields, coordinated rifle fire on weak points. I watched them move as one organism, each anticipating the other's moves. Their bravery was infectious. My fear began to ebb, replaced by focus and clarity. 6. The heart of bravery. The dreadnought exploded, shaking the ground. Humans cheered, not for themselves, but for the squad. Their bravery was selfless and relentless. Fear existed, but courage prevailed. A human soldier patted my shoulder. "Good work. You're one of us now." I felt the meaning. Bravery was not theoretical. I had seen it, shared it, and it changed me. 7. Lessons in action. Over the next days, marching with humans, I learned that bravery is action, not emotion. Humans made split-second decisions, adapted instantly, and trusted each other implicitly. In a firefight in a collapsed subway station, enemies cornered us. My instincts screamed to retreat. But a human beside me didn't hesitate. "Cover me," she shouted, running toward a turret and planting explosives. I followed, moved by instinct, adrenaline, and the contagious courage of those around me. By the end, we had survived, outmaneuvered the enemy, and I had learned to act in fear, not despite it. 8. The true meaning. Weeks passed. I realized bravery was more than raw courage, it was trust, adaptability, and the choice to act. Humans embodied this principle. They faced danger directly, improvising with what was available, and relying on one another without question. I began to mirror them, thinking faster, moving fluidly, improvising. My fear became manageable. I had internalized the essence of human courage. 9. The final battle. The climax came at an enemy stronghold, heavily fortified and surrounded by traps. Alien cadets froze, weighing risks. Humans moved forward with purpose, weapons modest, resolve unshakable. I flanked with a human team. Explosives, rifle fire, and improvised tactics flowed seamlessly. One soldier covered another while scaling walls, another disabled a turret mid-combat. I acted instinctively, guided by their example. Explosions rocked the building, but I no longer hesitated. Bravery was a rhythm, a choice, a contagion I had absorbed. By the time we reached the command center, I knew, marching beside humans had taught me the meaning of true bravery. Reflection. Afterward, regrouping and tending to the wounded, I watched the humans. They were not invincible. They bled, feared, and ached. But they faced danger with determination and clarity that inspired everyone around them. A human soldier smiled at me. "You held your own. Not bad for a newbie." I nodded, humbled. More than a compliment, it was recognition that I had learned the human lesson. Courage is action, trust, and heart. 11. Legacy of bravery. Now, whenever I step into battle, I carry their lesson. True bravery is not measured in victories or firepower, it is in the choices made under fear. Humans have shown me that courage is contagious, and the smallest among them can inspire the greatest acts. Marching beside humans, I discovered that fear is natural, but action defines heroes. I learned to trust, to act decisively, and to lead without hesitation. Humans are the standard by which I measure bravery. And because I walked alongside them, I understand that courage is not taught, it is experienced.